What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So mass layoffs are sweeping across America in 2025, from Pepsi to Microsoft and other major tech companies, and people are sharing their heartbreaking stories online. Credit to all creators featured in these clips, and let's watch the videos and we'll come back and talk some more.
Pepsi! You are wrong for this. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Now, what I mean, this is what Pepsi did. The Pepsi plant on the south side of Chicago abruptly closed. And I think, as a consumer, we need to abruptly stop drinking Pepsi products. You laid off hundreds of people abruptly. So I think we should do the same thing. Not buy Pepsi products. Y'all supposed to give these people 60 days notice, and you gave them 0 seconds notice. They walking up to the door and finding out that the plant is closed. Yes, Pepsi products need to be, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Nope, don't do it. These workers laid off without notice, and they supposed to get 60 days notice. Y'all knew something was wrong with the building, and y'all didn't do anything to fix it either. Y'all didn't say, well, let me transfer you to another plant, but you didn't. So, let's stand in unity with these Pepsi employees who no longer have a job, y'all. Let's not buy their products. I'll keep you posted.
So many people need to hear this, but if you have health insurance, great benefits at your job, take advantage, okay? And what I mean by that is take advantage with stocking up on medication, okay? Even if you don't use it periodically, ask for refills and stock up on medication, okay? Because let me tell you, right now, I've been seeing so many mass layoffs happening. So many. I am on LinkedIn, okay? And there's so many mass layoffs going on. And that kind of brought me back to what I went through when I got laid off the first time, okay? I've been laid off 3 times in my career. And let me tell you, I learned so much from the first time I got laid off. And these are my tips and tricks on how to set yourself up for success when that happens. In case you didn't know, some companies, after they lay you off, they can either cut off your benefits right then and there, or the majority of the time, they give you 1 month, a month left on insurance. So if you have medical, take advantage of stocking up on medications, refills, okay? If you have dental, get your cleanings done, okay? Because they do your cleanings once every 6 months. Take advantage of that. If you have vision, go and stock up on prescription contact lenses and eyeglasses. I promise you, you will be glad you did. I remember the first time I got laid off, I was delusional, okay? I had 1 month of health insurance left. I did not take advantage of it. I didn't even thought about it. I think I was just still in shock at the fact that I got laid off from a company that I gave my heart and soul to, that I was just devastated. It was kind of like if I went through a breakup. It was depressing. I was devastated. I wasn't mentally prepared to get prepared for what was to come. I got laid off and I just kind of let the month went by. And when it was time for me to collect my meds, guess what? I had to pay out of pocket because I was uninsured. Medicaid didn't cover my medication because those were special medications, okay? How is special medication not covered? This was something that I never asked for. I didn't ask to be diagnosed with psoriasis. It's just things like that I was just in shock that Medicaid does not cover. The prices for these out-of-pocket medication that I needed to pay for were outrageous, okay? $19,000 for the injection. They were able to give me a discount though. I think it went down to $8,000. Yep. $8,000 for an injection that I needed for my arthritis, psoriasis. My Adderall was $800, okay, for my ADHD medication. What else? Oh, my EpiPens. That one was my favorite. I think it was $1,200 for one EpiPen. If you guys don't know, I do have an allergy of shellfish. Sometimes when I go out on a restaurant and they're cooking right next to fish or, shrimp or whatever, I get an allergy reaction and I need my EpiPen. Things of that were not covered by Medicaid, okay? So I was devastated. I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And also, when looking for a job, I was getting so stressed out. Why? Because when a layoff is happening in your company, mass layoffs are happening everywhere else, okay? So you're not the only one out here looking for a job, okay? Think of it as a bunch of dogs fighting over one piece of meat. Yeah. So if you get laid off and you don't start looking for a job right away, your chances of finding a job soon are very, very slim. I stocked up on so much of my medication that even when I was in a new job, in a new position, that I knew that I was fully secure, I didn't care. I stocked up because I learned from my mistake the first time around. Now, thank goodness I did that. Why? Because the second time we got laid off, that one came out of nowhere. No one was expecting that company to lay off anyone, but they did. And thankfully, your girl was prepared. Last and final tip, do not wait on trying to look for another job, okay? I know that it sounds like a freaking vacation, getting unemployment. They're going to give you 6 months of checks coming in every 2 weeks. They're going to give you food stamps. They're going to give you Medicaid. I know it sounds like a free vacation, but let me tell you, honey, that is not the case. It takes forever to find one, okay? And not only that, even after you get hired onto a company that gives you benefits, it takes 60 to 90 days before you can even start collecting that employer's benefits. So you still have to wait 3 months to even start collecting benefits after your hire date. Those are my 2 tips. 1, do not wait to start job hunting. Don't wait, because it will take months before you can land one. And 2, stock up on meds. Stock up. Keep them in your medicine cabinet. Store them in a nice, cool, dry place. If you have medications that need to be refrigerated, keep them in your refrigerator. Okay? They're not going to expire. I hate to say this, but pharma says these things to kind of scare you off so that you can throw out your medication and get new ones. Don't. Okay? Keep them. Store them, because you never know. You just never know. And I hope this helps. Thanks.
Imagine going into work Monday morning and being laid off the same day. That's exactly what Pepsi did. Pepsi just laid off 120 people right before the holidays. Now, I found this post on Facebook. It says some of them people have been working there for 30 years and they only offering a 2-month severance pay. Hold on, but get this. Down at the bottom it says some of those people have been working there for more than 45 years and some of them was left crying because they don't know what they're going to do. Imagine being at a company for 45 years and you haven't invested in anything, you haven't saved anything, you just been going to work, coming home, living your best life, YOLOing for 45 years, and something catastrophic, because this is sad, something catastrophic like this happened and you have nothing. This is exactly why I'm so big on having an emergency fund. You should have an emergency fund of at least 6 months to a year. In 45 years, you haven't invested in stocks, you haven't invested in real estate, you haven't created a business, you haven't done anything except for live paycheck to paycheck for 45 years. Can you imagine that? Some of y'all been in y'all job for 5, 10, 15 years and you do not have a backup plan. I've always asked myself, what if this motherfucker job let me go today? What if this company goes into shambles tomorrow? What will I do? How can I make myself okay? And this is so sad because nobody was expecting this. Prayers out to them and their family.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again. Twice in a year. And, what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild. And I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I am scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I was really hoping at one point I would make money on TikTok, and I still only have 1,500 followers or whatever. So if you could just blow this up and let's get 10,000 followers plus whatever, because I might be homeless in a week or two if I can't figure it out.
It's heartbreaking to see people who have given 20, 30, or even 40 years of their lives to a company only to be told one morning that their job no longer exists. And what's even worse is that many of these companies are posting record profits while cutting staff using the economy as an excuse. People are not just losing jobs, right? They're losing stability, they're losing their homes, and they're losing their sense of security. Right? And the job market isn't what it used to be. Finding new work, especially for older employees, is harder than ever now. And it feels like loyalty means nothing to these corporations anymore. And that's a hard reality to accept. Right? I think that this is a reminder that we can't rely too much on companies to take care of us, because at the end of the day, they care about the profits. They don't care about people. And while layoffs might be unavoidable sometimes, the way they're handled shows exactly where a company's values lie. Anyways, credit to all the creators featured in this video, and thank you for tapping in when you saw this.
There are mass layoffs right now, and it's impossible to get a job. I am on the borderline of homelessness, y'all. I talked about it on my page. I had a whole breakdown. I took down the video because I just didn't want that image of me on the internet. But there's mass layoffs and no one's hiring. What the hell? What in the actual freak is going on, man? What are we gonna do? Be real, a lot of people can't just live with their parents, and a lot of people just can't up and say, hey, let me do this. There's not too many places to actually get a job, and you're social media, you can do social media. Making an income from social media is so freaking hard. The most I've made on TikTok is probably 2 to 3 cents. Not even lying. 2 to 3 cents. And no one's going to teach you how to make money online for free. It's always somebody selling a course, but the course is just proof that there is no real way of making money besides scamming people out of their money to give them false hope to believing that they are able to do something that you have not yet mastered. So you're trying to sell them something in order for you to keep yourself afloat. The social media is so fucking selfish. It's so selfish. And bro, I'm just crashing out right now, because it's why are there mass layoffs and then me as a regular person can't get a job? I seen someone so I was Oh, let me calm down. So I was applying to McDonald's, right? And I had went into my interview, and there's this guy in front of me, and the same guy that was in front of me was asking about the same thing. This guy was in his late 30s, maybe early 40s, looking at a job at McDonald's. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's, because I wanted to work at McDonald's, but I'm younger. I'm like 20, so I'm like, McDonald's, okay, whatever. But he's 30 and he's having a hard ass time finding a job. That's telling me there's something alarmingly wrong. There is something so alarmingly wrong. And the thing is what's going to happen when homelessness becomes the new normal? What's going to happen? What's going to happen then? Like, what is really going to happen in this world? Like, there's mass layoffs. No one's hiring. What are we going to do? Like, what is the realistic solution? Is it to suffer? To forever suffer, and if you make it, you make it? Is that what the world is coming to? I don't know. But I'm just like hella confused, and I'm praying for everyone who has gotten a layoff. I'm so sorry that you've lost your job, and I hope and pray that better is coming to you. But thank you for listening.
Everybody crashing out, talking about all these layoffs. Nobody's hiring. Why you won't go to the police department? Why you won't go apply to the fire department? Why you want to apply to the military? All them jobs hiring with benefits.
I really don't think most people in corporate America really understand what's going to happen over the next 18 months. We are seeing massive corporations continue to generate profit and continue to cut employees. This is because a lot of these organizations have become so massive. So whether they grew through acquisition or grew organically, chances are they have layers and layers of management, which they're now finding out can be cut for more efficiency. They're obviously relying a lot more on AI and automation to really make teams smaller and more efficient. So you end up with massive corporations that might even be generating a profit, but they still know that they can cut down, they can become more lean, and they can start to rely on technology more. This means that if you're working in large teams, if you're on a large team, if you're middle management, you are at risk of losing your job. And it's only a matter of time. If your job is repetitive by nature, you're doing the same tasks over and over, you're basically just a cog in a massive wheel, you are at risk. And I think if you are working at a Fortune 100 company, you are the most at risk. So if you're thinking that your job is stable, you need to rethink it. You need to start getting your resume ready, start preparing to get laid off, start networking, and start building those relationships, because the last thing you want is for this to take you unexpectedly and by surprise, because when that happens, then you're in real trouble. Let me know what you think in the comments.
My For You page is full of so many people that have been laid off that I am documenting. If I ever run for office, I am running for one thing and one thing only. You as a company cannot post record-breaking profits and lay people off in a mass layoff within 24 months. I will run on this platform. So vote for me eventually.
I got laid off in December and it's June now, so I'm obviously not doing a good job at finding a new job. Genuinely, every time I apply for any job, it feels like I'm just buying a lottery ticket. Like, it feels more likely to win the lottery right now than to get a job. And I think that says a lot about the systems that we're using for job applications. I know there was a certain time where it would have been really helpful to use like LinkedIn or Indeed or these other websites, but they become so overrun with fake jobs, with fake applicants, with fake employers. It's just an absolute crap show there, and it makes me not even want to apply anymore. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm wasting my time sitting on these websites and applying for things. A lot of you are going to say, oh, you have to know someone at a company, like reach out to them, or just go in person. Oh, go to the actual website for the company and apply there. Trust me, I've literally done it all. At this point, I'm just at a loss, and I'm kind of like, do I even keep applying? Because I feel like I'm giving a little bit of my soul away every single time I apply and hear absolutely nothing back. We need new systems immediately.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please tell me, have you or someone you know been affected by these 2025 layoffs? Let me know your thoughts in a comment, and I'll see you on my next one.